everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace. I'm with the Footsteps to Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. Sorry, you guys, I was adjusting my screen. It was totally off. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the Divine Masculine. Spirit, please show me what energy the Divine Masculine is in right now. Spirit, please show me the Divine Masculine. What energy is the Divine Masculine carrying towards his Divine Feminine? Okay, he's got two energies, perseverance and harmony. I think he got harmony last week. We also have empowerment at the bottom of the deck. You know, perseverance is talking about bringing things into fruition. So if the Divine Masculine has been working on a job, maybe they've been working on their finances, any of those, they have been working on trying to balance, harmony in that area. So, and I do feel like the Divine Masculine is wanting to bring this more into fruition with his Divine Feminine and come into partnership, because he goes from the 28, 2 plus 8 is 10, which breaks down into a 1. And then you've also got the 22, which breaks down into a 4. So 1 plus 4 equals 5, which is all about obstacles that are being overcome. And I do feel like you just need to be open to whatever the universe is bringing in. Divine Feminines, we've got belonging. You know, where do I belong? You know, funny enough, we've got the number 41 right there. So, which is a backwards 14 that the masculine's got over here, which is also another number 5. So that again talks about change. And what does that have to do with? Achievement, number 42. So there's the number 6, and then at the bottom of the deck between the two of you guys is spiritual practice. So maybe one or the both of you guys have a spiritual practice. Maybe for some of you, maybe that's what you've been working on. Especially with a lot of the Divine Feminines I know that I'm working on and been working with, they've been on their spiritual journey, opening a spiritual practice. You know, it can be art, it can be, you know, tarot cards, it could be astrology, it could be massage. Any of those things are if you're doing what you love, that's your spiritual practice, if you really want to know, as long as you are on the right path. So you're both on the path of achieving your goals right now. I feel like both of you guys have been working on your finances. And we have 2 number 10. So I feel like these are cycles that are ending. And I do feel like change is coming in. Whatever obstacles have been in the way, I do feel like you guys are very, very, very close to achieving your goal. You know, I feel like there's a rat right here. For the feminine side, you have a rat right here. So I do feel like there's still like maybe an ex, or there's still something that is lingering there in the background, a job that you don't like, any of those things. And look, it's like just sneaky little fucker, isn't it? You know, so, you know, be careful of that. But you're almost there. You're almost done. And then it's like you get to move on from this cycle that we have been just going around and round in circles. And so, you know, I do want to say there needs to be balance. There needs to be balance. You know, the masculines are having to balance themselves. And it's really funny. Look, he's got his hands out here, right? And maybe for some of you feminines, maybe you're going to have a choice, because in the same position, it's like the masculine has no one, and now the feminine side, they have 2 people, and it's like they're leaning more towards one person, but you know, it's like, where do I belong? You know, so I feel like you're not going to be able to make a wrong choice. Either choice is, you know, it's a new lesson for you to learn. That's really what I want to say. I'm going to go ahead and read the spiritual practice, because it is the energy that is between the two of them. So with that said, it says, a spiritual practice will help ground your day. It may trigger observations that lead to life-changing breakthroughs and ideas. So this could have to do with also meditation, you know, any type of healing modalities, a change of diet. Maybe it's a new routine in the morning, you know, when you get up, you know. So There are many ways to maintain a spiritual connection through a committed practice. Ganesha is asking you to reflect on all benefits that may be gained by following a specific daily routine for your spirituality. This might include prayer, meditation, or an exercise schedule that connects the body, mind, and spirit, such as yoga or Tai Chi. Additionally, consider burning incense, which is often used to accompany prayers, invocations, and spells in many cultures. As the incense smoke rises up to the heavens, it is said to represent the quest reaching their destination and meeting with approval from the divine. Incense is also believed to have properties that dispel negative energy. Use incense or burn sage to create a special haven for yourself or to clear a sacred space in preparation for a special occasion or ceremony. The smell of incense can also bring about heightened spiritual awareness and realization for the user. There are many tools and techniques that you can use throughout your day to preserve or regain tranquility. Even simply taking a deep breath can restore a spiritual connection. Find what works for you and dedicate some time to your practice each and every day. So I feel like you guys are really working on getting a new routine down so that when someone else comes in, it's like hopefully the next person that comes in can just kind of fall into your routine. Of course, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but at the same time, I feel like you'll be able to achieve whatever it is that you're going for. So be mindful of that. I do feel like the masculine is definitely going to be wanting a commitment. Spirit was just showing me the ring here. And so I do feel like maybe they're ending a commitment from something in the past and they are opening themselves up to a new commitment with the divine. I feel like they are I feel like with the masculines, they are, I feel like they're feeling pretty good about where they are right now. He's missing his tusk on this side, and then here it is, right here. And it's jeweled. I want to see something. Number 28. So, perseverance. Okay. Yeah, Ganesha's tusk is interpreted as a symbol of sacrifice and strength and demonstrates that it is important to finish what you start. So I feel like whatever the masculines were needing to finish in the past, before they could come into union, that's where they're at right now. And I think that they are finally coming to the very end of that task. So it's telling you the masculines not to lose faith while you wait for things to come to fruition. Be patient and appreciate the progress you have made so far. If your hard work has not yet paid off as planned, consider that your expectations may need modifying. There are no guarantees. Yeah, like it says, you can't just sit here and expect nothing to happen, okay? It's like you actually have to get up and there has to be action, all right? That's the whole part about persevering, is there's got to be action for there to be reward. There will be an ending to a difficult period of financial or material struggle. So maybe for some of you, your divine masculine has been going through financial struggles. Feminines, you've got achievement in that, mirroring that area. And it says you are surrounded by abundance and prosperity, luxury and quality, prestige and sophistication, value and elegance. Many stories relate that Ganesha has two wives, Siddhi, success, and Riddhi, prosperity. The symbolism of these two women indicates that if you want to walk on a path by Ganesha, success and prosperity are guaranteed to always be by your side. The search for material success seldom brings with it achievement of spiritual goals. So it does talk about your spiritual practice. So, maybe practicing, you don't have to, all you have to do is be in alignment with what it is that you are trying to achieve. Okay? So the search for material success seldom brings with it achievement and spiritual goals. Ganesha wishes you to realize that by actively developing your spirituality and consciously working with the divine, you will experience positive flow-on effects in all areas of your existence. When you stay connected to your spiritual nature, you have a more serene mind. Develop an accepting perception of yourself. This attitude will help your heart open to spiritual matters. A high level of self-mastery, coupled with a high ethical practice, will increase the likelihood of enjoying material success. as more people discover the rewards of a more dynamic and fulfilling spiritual life. This success will become the norm in society and not an exception for a few eccentric individuals. The more relationships among human beings develop into true kinship, the more humanity can achieve beyond the present limits of knowledge and material measures of success. Become part of a brotherhood governed by love, working toward building a happier, more loving, and productive global society. So, and maybe that's where you find, when you feel like you belong where you are, that is when the universe is going to send in your divine masculine. It's when you're in that place of receptivity instead of and being okay with where you are. And in turn, the universe will send you, signs of where it is that you belong. It's kind of goes back to this new moon that we have in Sagittarius. There's a lot of relationships that you're going to be coming into relationships with, people who are foreign, just like you, foreign places, foreign people, foreign lands, people politica, all those things, people who have different belief systems, right? And so I do feel like, we are dealing with, obviously with the divine masculine and divine feminine, we're dealing with two highly, spiritually evolved human beings. These are not people who just take life with a grain of salt. They take things very seriously. They don't act on impulse. They think about what it is that they want, and they ask themselves, like, for the feminines, is this where I belong? Am I going to be nurtured with where I am right now? And if not, what else can I be doing? So I want to read that number 41. Okay. Belonging. Learn to find security from within. Okay. In this card, Ganesha uses the mouse as his vehicle, which signifies his triumph over the ego. In Hindu mythology, the mouse symbolizes the ego, for the ego can eat away at all that is good and decent in a person. It's what I was talking about earlier, is what has been eating at you, what's been gnawing at you. Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a job? Is it a situation? Is it a relationship? Is it an ex? Any of those things, we want to clear that energy. Belonging seeks to solve the predicament of the ego's own perceived separation. Since the ego has no conscious memory of its connection to others and to source, you experience a need to get out of seclusion by bonding with people around you. Okay, these people can be your family, peer groups, or your community. The ego is neither good nor bad, but simply a necessary part of you in this existence. The ego can manifest inclinations that are either more positive or more negative in nature. There are many positive aspects to belonging. You develop your ability to love, connect, bond, share, and care for others. You see yourself more clearly through the mirror of relationship. It is important in belonging that you try not to seek approval through others. So don't try to change who you are in order to achieve your goal, is what is being asked of you. Ganesha is here to help you focus on the positive feelings from being a part of a community. Learn to trust, ask for help, and to rely on others. So, ladies, it's asking you to get out there in your community, and it's asking you to, when you feel like you belong where you are, that is when love will come in. It's like, I get clients in here and they're like, when am I going to find love? And I'm like, okay, are you even living where you want to live? They're like, what do you don't understand that this is all part of the cycle. If you're not living where you want to live, you're not working at a job you want to work at, you're not, surrounded by people who treat you with the utmost respect and kindness and understanding, that's the type of person that you're going to end up manifesting. And so what we're trying to do is give you a higher level of commitment in somebody who is already practicing self-awareness and self-care and self-love and all of those. See, it's not practicing self-love when you're sitting here talking about everything, but you're not actually acting on anything, because you're still in this place of limbo. Even if you do have a partner next to you, nobody wants to hear you bitch about your fucking job every day. So that's part of the divine masculine feminine, is if they don't want something, my really good friend Joyce, she calls it her $700 itch. Her husband is amazing, and she'll do a job, and the list of jobs that she hasn't done is probably a lot shorter than what she has done, and they call it the $700 itch. Every time she made $700 at a place, if she didn't like it, she moved on. And so she always carried that motto, and she's always been very successful about all the things that she's done. But when she gets bored, she doesn't sit there and talk shit and bitch and complain about where she is. She does something and she changes her focus, and then she gets out of there. Same thing as me. If I don't like a place, I'm not going to sit and bitch and complain anymore. I mean, now I'm self-employed, thank God, but in the past, I stayed in situations longer past their expiration date, and ended up giving me ulcers. I was sick to my stomach. I would cry before I would go to work. Like, it was absolutely terrible. That's not a divine feminine. That's a distorted feminine. Believing that I have to stay in a place because of what other people will think, or I won't be able to pay my bills. Well, that is completely wrong. And the universe, again, when you're doing your spiritual practice, when you're doing what you love, that's when the universe gives you everything you need to fulfill that destiny, because that's where you're supposed to be. And that includes the relationship. It includes your happily ever after, so to speak, that everybody's looking for. But it is not until you're in a place of complete self-mastery, and that's when you end up with this higher level of commitment. And right now, we're all playing for keeps. We're ready for our life partners. This is no longer a sport. Dating is not a sport. And it doesn't matter how fucking pretty you are. Can you cook? When the going gets tough, are you standing up and actually, or womaning up, or are you playing the damsel in distress and poor me and freaking out over every fucking thing? I'm going to be honest with you, that's breaking up a lot of relationships right now. So it's like really, people are looking at, well, what can this person, they work really well under pressure. They're very driven. They're the type of person that's going to stand up for their family. I don't care how pretty you are. I don't care how handsome you are or what a nice physique you have. If you're fucked up in here and you're fucked up in here, everything else is going to come crashing down around you. So you have to get that into alignment. Don't think that because you're pretty, because again, we want somebody who can cook. We want somebody who can build something. We want somebody who can protect us as we protect them. Somebody who's going to have your back, okay? Especially with everything that just went down in 2020. Hello. It's, you're mastering your kingdom right now, and you need to know who's going to be a part of this kingdom. I've been talking about this for years with my friends and, and coworkers and clients, and everybody's looking at me like, what do you mean we're going to be, worrying about our castle or our kingdom? Ta-da! Here it is, guys. For those of you who have had readings by me in the last couple of years, I've told each and every one of you guys this. We were working on our kingdom. You are the emperor and the empress, not the king and the queen, not the, page, not the knight. You need to be the emperor and the empress, with your divine counterpart. And if that is not what you have, then you might want to reevaluate the situation that you're in right now. So I want to go ahead and just pull a couple of love cards. A little piece of advice for the masculines right now. Any advice for the masculines right now, Spirit? For this new moon eclipse? Okay, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, okay? This could have already happened. It is showing up in a past position. That is still carrying over to now. But this person this person you already have, that you met in the past, you have romantic feelings for. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. For some of you, you could have somebody new coming in today, and all of a sudden it just sparks something in you, and you're like, oh my God. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay, so maybe, if you can let go and practice again your meditation and really delve within your intuition on this one, divine masculine, on who this person is. I feel like you're going to know where your heart belongs, and I feel like you just need to follow your heart, okay? And I feel like for some of you, you're wondering if this person is willing to forgive you, and I feel like yes, okay? So divine feminines, where are we at? Okay, give your relationship a chance, okay? So like I just said, this woman is here to give you a chance, okay? She feels like you're where she belongs. And she is not, I feel like she has a blind faith on that. She's got her eyes closed, and I feel like he's been watching her. Okay, and look at this. Underneath achievement, it says engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So if that means that you guys are coming into union, it is safe for you to love what's between the two of you. Spiritual practice, it says open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And again, if you can just tap in and you can meditate on this, I feel like it's going to guide you to where you belong. For some of you, this divine masculine has put you up on a pedestal. Tell him to take, I think he's about ready to take you down. Nobody wants to be put on a pedestal, okay? I hate that when that happens. Somebody's like, oh my God, that's too, it's like a trophy. You don't touch trophies. You don't even want fingerprints on a trophy. Nobody wants to be a trophy. They want to be an equal. So remember that. But I do feel like, things are about ready to move and shift. And I do feel like in the future, this union is going to be coming together. And I do want to say you guys are about ready. We are on this new moon eclipse. So anywhere between now and the next 6 months, you guys could definitely be in union. For a lot of you, it's going to be in the year 2021. I do feel that for sure. For others of you, it could be the year 2022. It really just depends. But I think that this, maybe for some of you, you could have met this person in 2019, maybe really got to know this person in 2019, because you do have the 19 right here between the two of you guys. Okay. Or maybe you split up in 2019 for others of you. But it is saying that it is safe for you to love. And it is saying that, just keep your eye on the prize, you guys, if that's what you're wanting. Like for me, when I talk about my divine masculine, I don't know who it is, but you know what I do? I talk about him, my husband, because I'm manifesting a husband. I'm not manifesting a boyfriend. I'm not manifesting, like any of that stuff. I'm manifesting my life partner and my husband. So when I talk about my future husband, my future life partner, my nose is starting to itch. That's how I bring it in so that I can achieve my goal, and so the universe is like, okay, that's what I'm going to send her. There's no confusion on what it is that I'm looking for, okay? That's where I belong, okay, is in a marriage, not, and I'm going to achieve that in the future. So, you guys, if this sounds like your story and you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootsteps2peace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. You guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to take advantage of my buy one, get one half off sale now through the new year. And you guys, I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Take care.